This is Morning Muse. It just so happens to be on the first day of Purim. But it could be any day. Or could it be? And that's what I wanted to tell you. Don't think that this is an official Kabbalah. It's not an official anything. What you're hearing here is mine. It's coming through me. Don't do anything on my say-so. This is my version of Judaism. And I hope you find your own version of Judaism as it filters down through you. Yes, you are part of a community. There's no such thing as an individual Jew. But in the final analysis, you are an individual. You have the unique spark of God that every other Jew has. But you have to find your own way. I've said this before, I can't help you. I can only help myself find what my spark feels comfortable with within the environment of the world. Yesterday was the fast of Esther, a day that turns around things. Let me give you the level I think this fast was in. I think it's in Atik Yomin, up there at the highest echelons, depending on what Kabbalist you talk to, what this level represents, but this is the Keter of Keter. Atik Yomin, a copy of days. It's a copy. Even though it's unique, it's a copy. So it implies a two-ness. And if days, well, it implies at least more than one, so we have a plurality there. It's a copy of the original 6 or 7 days of creation. It's a copy. The gematria for Atik Yomin is Atik is 580 and Yomin is 116. So it's 696. That just so happens to be the gematria of the word Zon. Zion, 90, Vav, 6, and a final mem of 600. 696, which is Atik Yomin. So yesterday we were at the level of Atik Yomin, where things can change. Remember, the entire thing of Purim is that the threads change. The miraculous is what turns around. Hipuk. What's up is down. What down is up. And what happens in Purim is that this is in a physical sense, not only in a spiritual sense. And that's what makes Purim the highest holiday of the year, higher than Hanukkah, which is a spiritual sense. And Purim is the spiritual within the physical. And what can be higher than that? That's why Yom HaKippurim, like Purim, it's only like Purim. Yom Kippur. Purim's the highest holiday. Let me give some more gematria of showing this level of Atik Yomin, which I call the Mazla, which can be reversed and pulled down another thread. That's the level of free choice, the level of God being submissive to man, wanting man to go up there and pull another thread out of the hairs of God. Another hair. Another path of reality. One of the things, if you take mezuzah, which is 65, and spell it out, and take all the letters of the spelling, so it's mem is mem mem, zayin, zayin yud nun. You take the 12 letters of the spelling, plus one for all, but just keep the same 65 of the mezuzah itself, and you get 78. So this is a good meditation to get into, just with the plain word mezuzah, into the 78, into the Mazla area, which is obviously lachem and malach, salt. And these are the areas of 78. 3 times Yud K Vav K. It's also the 65 of the gematria of the 5 days of the reading of the Megillah, plus a doubling over of that 13th day, which is the fast of Esther, the middle day. The key day here is that fast of Esther. And then we celebrate. One of the other things of Purim for me is that it relates to the mezuzah. For I feel that this mezuzah level is another transformational thing. Every time we go through a gate or a door, we're transforming ourselves from one domain to another domain. A passage through. We almost become a different person as we change rooms. This gematria of mine that I like very much for this is that mezuzah itself, which is 65, we know that's Adonai, Aleph Dalet Nun Yud, but fully spelled out is 232. If you do the Malui of it, mezuzah, that's Yud Ke Vav Ke. But now if I take just the din of that, that's Mem, Yud Nun, Vav, Yud Nun, Aleph, and spell that out in full, I get 455, which is the 3 names spelling of Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey, the name of God of Keter, 50th gate of Keter. The 3 spellings of that name, Ehyeh, is 143, 151, and 161. and that's 455. If I add that 455 with the 232, I get 687. That 687 is the fully spelt out name of Adonai, with 12 letters and 4 words. And so there's a connection between the Malui of the mezuzah with the Malui of the din of the mezuzah, that the total of 687, and this name of Adonai of 687. So this is what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with the highest levels when we deal with the mezuzah. And that was my hiddush here, to bring in the mezuzah for Purim. And the mezuzah being the highest level, and Purim being the highest level. And that's my few words. And again, this is only a methodology of how to think. I don't expect people to think or to act or to be like me. I expect them to think on their own. I'm giving them the methodologies of how to approach this text of Torah, how to be receptive to its subtleties and impulses. Each of us is to interpret this text according to the level of the soul that we're in now, that inhabits us now, and our transformational souls that happen to us each time we go through another door. So, as we touch the mezuzah, as we look at the mezuzah and passing through the outside door or any other door, we are guarded by its powers, and we approach ourselves even more so through each unique passage between states. This mezuzah is the passage between our states of existence.